Good afternoon, everyone. We are back at the trail. Had a tremendous time at Trail Days in Damascus, Virginia. It's funny because we're only 21 miles south of Damascus, but I wanted to get this part of the trail mainly because there's some cool areas to walk. It's not too bad. Plus, I didn't really want to skip those miles. And the best part is we are only 17 miles away from the Tennessee-Virginia border. So we are going to hit another landmark or another state to cross off. We've already crossed off Georgia and North Carolina, and now we'll be able to cross off Tennessee. So that'll be 3 states we are done with. So yeah, I didn't want to miss that, skip past that. Some people I was with, they were just going from Damascus. So yeah, I'll be walking back into Damascus probably tomorrow afternoon. It's a little later in the afternoon today. Didn't get a ride. This nice couple, she had hiked Grizzly Bear, I think was her trail name, and her boyfriend. They were at Trail Days. They are actually, I ran into them this morning, just started talking to them, and they offered to give me a ride back here to the trailhead. So, but they weren't leaving till just after 2. So it's right now around 3 o'clock. We're going to get started back, get a few miles in, set up camp, all that good stuff. So, yeah, Trail Days was overwhelming. They say there wasn't as many people this year as there have been in the past. Who knows why? But to me, there was a lot of people there. So, especially when you're only used to seeing a few people a day when you're on trail, unless you go into town. Damascus, cool little town. They did get hit pretty hard with the storm. So, like I said, we'll be going back through there tomorrow. And then the only bad part about Trail Days is they had places that were giving free showers and free laundry. However, the laundry had some issues because of the storm that rolled in late or early Saturday morning. And the amount of people there in Tent City that were getting stuff done. It was just, I would have spent half my day there. So instead, I enjoyed myself, did the hiker parade. That was pretty neat. Definitely got to do, I ate my fair share of food in town. So that was nice. Had a pretty decent tent spot. So a lot of live music, some great local bands. So yeah, it was nice and relaxing. It feels weird taking so many days off from hiking, but we're back at it now, so that's all that matters. Not sure what we're gonna do today. Like I said, we're just gonna hike for a while. I know there's shelter like 4 miles in, so might just try to hit that, stay near there, but we'll see. So anyway, guys, I was going to try to work on some videos. I did get a little bit done. I'll try to work on them tonight, so when I'm in town again tomorrow, I can go ahead and upload. It's just going to be a big combo of stuff, pretty much. So we'll see what we can get, and I'll get it posted. I know some of you have been asking about it. Sorry, I have been, I did enjoy myself when I was in town. I didn't work as much on the videos. I just wanted to spend time with some of the hikers I had been around and just enjoy myself. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this pack on. We're all ready to go, and I will see you guys in a bit. What a nice little gesture. Walking on trail and there's just this little bench somebody made. It's pretty cool. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. I can't believe it. I was looking at the calendar. It is day 50 today. 50 days I've been out here. That's incredible. It seems like it's only been a few weeks. So, as I said before, enjoyed trail days. Didn't get back onto trail until after 3 o'clock today. Sorry, it's already dark, so I'm doing my video in my tent. I hiked. I got 6.5 miles in today, even though I didn't get till a very late start. But that was pretty good considering I've had a few days off. Feet are a little sore, even though I did do some hiking. I mean, you had to walk all around trail days. The town. It was a lot of hiking. I've talked to some other hikers. They were like, man, I feel like I hiked full days while I was in town, hiking all over. I think the one day I calculated out, I hiked Saturday. It was like almost 10 miles throughout town. But rocky terrain and stuff. Had some pretty cool things I saw today. There's an old barn that you walk through a cow field. It's got the AT symbol on it. I've seen it in so many people's videos. I got to see that and take a picture today of it. Stopped by the shelter. I didn't even go all the way up to it, just grabbed water. Saw a guy there I'd hiked with a while back coming out of Irwin, older gentleman. He was telling me he didn't go to trail days because he hadn't been feeling good, so that was my cue to skedaddle. I'm glad I did. I made it down to the next road crossing of where I wanted to get. Puts me at about, 13 miles, I think, to Damascus tomorrow, or to at least the state line, and then I'll be in Damascus. Depending how early I get there, I'm gonna try to leave here early in the morning. If I can get there pretty early, I want to see about doing laundry since I couldn't get it done. Maybe grab a shower at the hostel, one of the hostels that are there. Maybe grab some food. I don't know, we'll see. But the good news is we will officially be done with Tennessee. So that'll be Georgia, North Carolina, and as of tomorrow afternoon, Tennessee, that we will be done with those states. 3 states, guys. And I'll be at mile mark a little over 470 miles hiked on the AT as of tomorrow. So definitely pushing. I want to get Virginia started. Virginia is going to be a long state. It's, I think, 500 miles or more on the AT. So pretty much the entire state of Virginia is more than what I've already done this whole time. The good news is it does have some, good gains, but not quite like what we've seen. So should be able, and I'm stronger now, so should be able to kind of get some good miles in. Try to knock out as much as we can before it starts getting too hot out. So yeah, that's the plan. Gonna wake up early in the morning. Day 50, man. Holy cow. That's insane. But I just want to thank you all for following, sharing, constantly, just commenting on everything, making sure I'm doing good, encouraging me, supporting me. My mom and dad, you guys have been a rock, like you always are. My sister too. It's amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna work on some videos tonight. Not much else to do. A little noisy where I'm at. There's, like I said, a major road over here. Not a major road, but one of the roads. I actually drove in on it coming to the other spot that I got dropped off at. So anyway, like I said, we're just going to work on some videos, get up early, get packed up, and make it back to Damascus. Like I said, I wanted to, be able to walk past that state line. That's why I came back to finish this little mileage up. It was a total of like 20 something miles to finish, and walk into Damascus. So hopefully all the craziness will be done with. It pretty much ended this afternoon after I left, so we shall see. Plus I wanted the bubble to get a little ahead of me because there were people in town, let them push forward a little bit. Anyway, all right guys, I'm gonna get to work and I will see you all in the morning. Have a good night. Good morning everyone, welcome to day 51 on the Appalachian Trail. Got started already on trail, got started about 7:45 this morning. Camped just outside one of the gaps where you could park. We have roughly 14 miles to walk back into Damascus. I know it seems ironic that, I left yesterday Damascus after being there all weekend just to come back and hike the 20, 21, 22 miles that it was. I didn't realize I was that close before, or I probably would have just hiked into Damascus. But, we're going to hit that state line today and officially be out of Tennessee and into Virginia. So that's a big part of why I came back. Plus there was a couple sites, like I got to see this barn that's pretty iconic for people on the AT. I've seen it in a lot of people's videos and all. So, but yeah, so anyway, we are, sorry, get adjusted here. So yeah, we're just getting started trying to get these miles knocked out. I might stop at one of the hostels in Damascus just to do a shower and laundry. I didn't really get to do much of that trail days. I explained that in the previous video. Maybe work on some videos. What's up, man? How you doing? You too. So, yeah, we're gonna see about possibly staying at one of the hostels in town. I said not to call before 9, so it's not 9 yet. Anyway, we're going to get this hike knocked out and start working on Virginia. Virginia's a beast, guys. It's over 500 miles alone, so we will be there for quite a while. It's hard to believe, though, it's already been 51 days out here. Definitely doesn't seem like it's been that long. Feels like it's only been a portion of that, maybe half at best. So it's definitely pretty crazy to think we're rolling up on being out here almost 2 months. But in those 2 months, we will have crossed out 3 states, and we will be getting closer to hitting 500 miles, so a quarter of the trail done. Doesn't seem seems like a long ways to go, because it is. Still have 3/4 of the way to go, but definitely getting stronger, definitely getting faster. So that of course helps. That'll help us out with some mileage coming up soon. Like I said, today we got about 14 and a half. We'll be in Damascus again, and then we'll start working our way to one spot that I am very excited to get to, which is the Grayson Highlands. That is where the wild ponies live, so definitely gonna be excited to hit that spot. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go get back on this hike, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, see you. Well, that thing is rough. Of course, this is McQueen's Knob Shelter. It was originally built in 1934. They say to only use it in extreme circumstances. There's no water, no privy, which most of North Tennessee has none as far as privies or bare cables or anything like that. But that thing ain't gonna help you for nothing. Maybe get you out of the rain, kinda. Lightning, maybe. I don't know. That's a rough looking one. All right, gotta get into town. What's going on, everybody? It's about 3 o'clock Monday afternoon. So like I had said, when I left to go to trail days, I still had, I don't know, not quite 30 miles, somewhere around there. Anyway, I left yesterday, so I get back on trail. And, even though the trail was heading right back to Damascus, which I'll be walking through, but the main reason we did it is because we are leaving Tennessee for good, and we are now in Virginia. Here is the border. Boom. We are now in Virginia, guys. Oh, 3 states down. And once I hit Damascus, walking in, it'll be 470-ish miles. So we're getting close to 500 miles already. But man, seeing that Virginia state line, that's where it's at, guys. I want to thank everyone for following me and supporting me. Always people commenting, sending encouragement and love. It definitely helps. So anyway, oh man, I'm starting to itch. I gotta shave again. So I'm gonna head down into town, get a well-deserved meal at the diner, or maybe at Dairy King. It's not Dairy Queen, Dairy King. And might see about getting a bunk at the hostel, because by the time I get down there, it's gonna be about a 16-mile day I've done today. So anyway, I will catch you guys later. See you. Man, guys, can you believe it? 3 states? That's insane. I gotta say, as beautiful as North Carolina and Tennessee were, I feel like I had lots of bad weather there and some trying times. I can look back on it now and laugh. Like, for instance, getting caught in a hailstorm, or losing my tent almost twice, once at trail days and once as soon as I came into the North Carolina border, or my tent getting flooded my last night in the Smokies. All good stories. But now we have the very long state of Virginia. I am glad to get it started. I'm glad to be out of North Carolina and Tennessee. It means we are progressing. I'm glad that by the time I hit Damascus on foot this time, it'll be over 470 miles in on trail. We got some really cool things coming up in Virginia. Even though it's a long state and people get the Virginia blues, we're gonna do our best, and you guys are gonna help me not to get the Virginia blues. We're gonna look into a few things. I know we got Grayson Highlands with the wild ponies. That'll be not too far away. I want to say maybe within 30 miles. I'd have to look at the map tonight. I know I'm gonna do the Skyline walk down when I get to that point, because instead of walking through the forest, you could walk on the road on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And you don't even have to carry a lot of food. You can eat at most of the little stops along the way. So that's gonna be cool. And I'm not sure if that's gonna conflict with possibly doing an aqua blaze, but we'll see. So lots of things to look forward to. Especially that next big one is gonna be that 500 miles. Holy crap. If you would have asked me back in March, I don't know. I would have told you I don't know what I would do if I'd hit 500 miles. I mean, obviously the goal was to come out, do my best, live my life, enjoy the journey, and try to make it to Maine. But even I had some doubts on, especially after I first started. So I'm gonna have another video on that though. So we're gonna keep this positive and going. We are making our descent down to Damascus. It's a couple miles down the mountain. So I'm ready for some food. I'm hungry. I skipped lunch just because I knew I had to put some miles in today. Wasn't really that hungry. So now we're just trying to get down the mountain. I tried calling one of the hostels, but they didn't answer. I don't know. Maybe they might have taken a few days off after trail days. I'm sure they had their hands full. So anyway, all right guys, let me get down this mountain and we'll catch you back in Damascus. Trail Town, USA. Well, as you guys can see, it's definitely not bustling like it was. Oh man, I am tired. I'm gonna stay at Broken Fiddle Hostel. It's right up here. I need a shower and laundry. I didn't get any done during trail days. I'm hurting. Hurting. Anyway, guys, let me get up here, get checked in, and get some food. I'll see y'all later.